Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a review on this Mr. Coffee grinder. This is called the new version, 18 cup auto Burr grinder. I got this for $43 off of Amazon. I'll put a link to it in my show description notes. I am an affiliate for Amazon. If you do click on the link, I do get a little bit of money from the click, but the products don't cost you anymore. Okay, so the model number is a BVMC-BMG25. Okay, so it looks like you just get two things in the box. Here's the front of it. There's a piece of cardboard back there. Kind of a switch. Let's look at the bottom. Yeah, there's that model number, BVMC-BMG25. 120 volts AC, 60 hertz, 200 watts. So it looks like it has a little bit of cord storage. You know, they let you wrap this around this. And then it can come out the back here. Huh, that's kind of nice. It's got these gripper feet. So if you don't use the cord storage, you're at least going to want to fit this thing in there so it sits nice and flush. So then when you sit it on the counter, the cord's not going to be sticking out. So it does come with a manual. It's a little, there's not a whole lot to it. I was hoping for a few more pictures of how to put it together and stuff. Okay, so the top, there's this unlock and lock. Then the Mr. Coffee hopper has an unlock, so turn it to lock. Okay, so you start out in the unlock position and turn it, you know, it sort of lines up, and then this won't come off. There's the bean hopper. This is for the grind. Medium, fine. So fine's all the way to the right. That's a little different. Coarse is all the way to here. So for a drip coffee maker, you're going to have it right in the middle. It even says drip coffee maker. Medium. This is a timer. 2 cups, so it has cups. Push to start, so that's like a button. You're going to push that to start. There's the chamber. It doesn't come with a brush. Most of these come with a brush, but this one didn't come with a brush. The bean hopper is kind of small. It only holds 8 ounces of coffee beans. So, and here we have this. It's all plastic. Coffee grounds should not exceed, so there's a max line. Don't grind any more than there. We'll probably get a lot of static electricities with these being plastic. That seems nice, and it kind of snaps in. There's probably there's a micro switch. That's probably an interlock. It says always clean the exit chute after use, so I guess they want you to clean that. So we got to push this in to get that micro switch to click. So let's put some coffee in it and see. We'll see if we can take it apart anymore. Hold on. I was really wanting to take. So there's not a lot of. I want to take this out. So okay, here it is. It's right here. Lock and unlock. So turn it to the unlock position there. Okay. It's kind of tricky because you're turning this too. That turns that, but turn it to the unlock position and it should pull straight out. Okay, so there's the flat Burr grinder. Looks okay. Let's look down in there. There's the flat Burr grinder. It's all plastic. This thing's a lot of plastic. There is steel around it, but it has kind of a plastic feel to it. So now let's put this back in, and then you got to turn it to the lock position. So it will snap, okay? And now when I turn this, it turns that. Now let's put this back on. So this, I wish this was made a little bit better. This doesn't seem the most well-built, taking it apart like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind on 3 settings. I'm going to do a fine grind. I'm going to do a right in the medium, and I'm going to do right in the middle for the coarse. I'm not going to do a bunch a coffee grind because I'm getting low on coffee. But so let's do a fine. You know, so right about there, looks like. Okay, and I'm not going to do a bunch, so I'm going to turn this down. Looks like 2 cups. Okay, so let's see what it sounds like. Okay. I'll be putting these all on plates so that we can see. Nothing too messy. So dumping it out of these, that's not the best. And you get a lot of static electricity. But for a fine grind, you know, that's okay. Looks pretty uniform. Looks closer to a medium, but looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go up here. Let's just do a standard drip coffee maker right there in the middle of the medium. Press the button. Not super loud. So it's not super loud, but you see how sometimes I didn't have that micro switch in all the way. So let's take a look. Let's take a look now at this. This is for a drip coffee maker. Again, so here we've got the fine. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, let's go to coarse. Let's go right in the middle of coarse. Getting low on coffee. And we'll do... Okay, let's see how it did. Ugh, made a mess. So we do have some clumps. That might be left over from the other grinds, but there is some clumps of fine. But that looks pretty good. And I was hoping for more of a distinction. And again, you can see we're getting quite a bit of static electricity built up on this. It's making kind of a... I mean, I'm kind of messy anyway. You could definitely not make as big a mess as I have, but... Here's where the coffee's coming out. Okay, so let's take a look at the conical, or the grinder, I mean. So let's take this off. We're probably going to get coffee beans everywhere. Yeah, there's no way of keeping them from coming out of the hopper. All right, so let's take this off. Let's go to unlock, pull that out. Again, it would be nice to have a brush because you're going to have to get down in there and kind of brush out some of that stuff. And this was only after a few grinds. So it does say that if you wanted to stop the grind halfway through, you just press the button again and it will stop the grind. And it tells you for a medium ground coffee, 18 cups is 18 tablespoons. So this dial corresponds for a drip coffee maker, it corresponds with how many cups you want to do. But not for espresso in that, because you'll get more. The coarser you grind the coffee, the more coffee you'll get out when you got these settings. Yeah, the instructions are just okay. So again, this is the fine. I would have liked to have seen that a little finer. Of course, I could have gone a couple more settings finer, but this was the medium. This was the coarse. So it is a pretty cheap grinder, $43. So check out my next video. I'm going to do a comparison. I'm going to compare it to the Cuisinart, And I'm also I got a detailed review on this OXO. I really like it. It's a kind of a nice one now, now that I've seen this one. I'm going to do a comparison with all three of these grinders. Because kind of this is the lower end, this is the middle end, this is kind of an upper end. It's $100, but they have much more upper end ones. They have lots of grinders over $100, but this will give us a good price base. You know, 43. I think this runs around 60 or 70, and that's about 100. So I'll put a link to this in my show description note. Thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe.